Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channels. And now we got some question that or fans and people ask. And one of the interesting question that everybody like to ask is if more the kids, young athletes, 16, 15 years old kid, that if you can go straight to the big leagues, to the Major League Baseball. It is possible, happens, once in a while. It used to happen more often back in the days. I was talking about 20, 30 years ago. But right now is a little different game. Teams look for, mature player, a guy that already been a couple of years in the minor leagues, know the system, know what they philosophy is, and it take a little bit a while. I mean, you sign a 17, 18-year-old kid. Now you could go to the big leagues at 20. 21-year old, you're already in the big leagues a couple years later. But right now, as a high school player, it's really, really hard. Maybe a college player that already um, get 3, 4 years of college, is mature player. We know what he's doing on the mound or in the field. We can see him get into the big leagues a little sooner than high school player, but it still need a couple, 1 or 2 years in the big leagues. I think the last player, remember, I think was the first runner a couple years ago that went to the minor leagues and even play pitch in the playoff. For that team. So you can see it more in the pitching side than in the different offensive side of the game. But yeah, it could happen. I recommend you guys to work hard. Give everything you have. Um, get the knowledge of the game. Prepare yourself in school, because I mean, there's one thing that really important for teams is how are you as a person. You're a great teammate. You like be around with people. So that's what school does. Not only teach you, as a professional person, but also teach you how to deal with a different person and different personality. So, like I say, it's not impossible. It's really hard to go straight to the big leagues from high school or college, but hopefully you are the first in a few years that done it. So, I wish you guys the best. Keep working hard and you know keep plugging, man. Keep plugging, and hopefully I see you in the big leagues. That's another question that I ask people: how long can a baseball player career is? And this is really tough to answer, just because there's so many players involved. But back, I will say, back in the 90s and 80s, maybe early 2000s, career lasts 10, 12 years. In the big leagues. More people will play at the late stage of their life. I would say the baseball career life. But because you guys have to understand that sometimes a 35, 36, 38 years old person is young, in life, but as a player you're a little bit older side. So back in the days, I would say 90s, 80s, you can see players at 40, 38, 40, 42 years old playing. Right now, I think we got only a few, and one is Nelson Cruz with 41-year old, I think it is. Um, so you know the game has changed, and teams are looking more for uh, young athletes that really bring the life of the team going. So I will say now, career maybe baseball career maybe 5 to 6 years old. So the only last. So it's really sad because you want to see the athletes play over and over and over, and have the opportunity to be that long career, having the opportunity to make some money and take care of their family. But right now, that's how it is, and you can see lately players are retiring at age of 34, 35, maybe 33 years old. So, career, can be long. You take care of your body, you take care of yourself. Yeah, if you work hard every off season, but um, it's getting shorter and shorter and shorter. I have the opportunity myself to play all the way to my 39-year old, actually 38, 2021. That was the last year I played. So I got my opportunity to play for 22 years, and it was a blast. But it's hard. It's really hard at this time of the game that you can go above and beyond and play all the way to the 40s, 39, 40 years old. So it could be done. Um, uh, it's getting to the pattern that it gonna change. You're gonna see more young athletes going to the big leagues and having the opportunity to perform at the young age of their life. Baseball career life, I would say at the age of 22, 23, 21, 24 years old, getting called out to the big leagues. Once they get to the 34, 35-year old, they're on the end of their career going away from the game. So you could have played for 10 years in the big leagues. I think if you go get called up early in your career, but it's one of the things that you gotta keep your body in shape. You gotta come out ready every single year and show them that you still can play. So hopefully, as a player, hopefully that change, and we can see more older side of the game playing at the higher level. Um, but it is what it is right now. So career can be short sometimes, and you can be away from the game at the early age of your 30s. One of the other question that I really get is how hard or what's the harder thing to do in MLB? Um, wow. Let's see. Let's start thinking about it because this is a really, really, um, really good question. The harder thing to play in the big leagues is play the game. You have many players behind you that want your spot. You have to perform at the highest level every single day for 162 games plus travel, you know every 3 or 4 days, get in the plane, go to another city, stay in another hotel. Um, so just to play the game is really hard, but I will say the main thing will be try to perform at the highest level every day. We are human. um, our body will get sore pretty much the whole year. um, and you gotta find a way. You gotta find a way to prepare yourself, even if you're 50% or you're 60% or you're 75%, or that day you're lucky and you're 100%. That doesn't happen often. It's hard to be 100% um, for for a few games a year. So I think the harder thing is just be available to feel good, be available to um, get away from the slump, and having trying to have success on the daily, during the the course of the year. And also the travel. We pretty much fly 150 miles a year, 150,000 miles a year. Sorry. Um, is coming, from New York to LA, to LA to San Francisco, San Francisco, Miami, Miami to New York, back to New York, go to Boston in the next week, Milwaukee, Colorado, then go to Seattle. So you around the United States majority of your time. It's a half of the year you're on the road and you're basically on a plane. So I think that's the order. The other part of um, the other thing that's hard in the game, just having the opportunity to uh, uh, um, play that night. Try to get your body, try to get your body ready when you have to take a plane for 4 hours and get there at 2 in the morning, rest, and then wake up the next day to play another game. So I think that's the two part, things that I can figure out now. I think will be, those try to be ready, healthy, and you know being away for your family, on those many flights. So I think that's the harder thing to do on this game. So another question will be, how do minor league baseball work? And this is really important for youth baseball, that they understand how minor league work. I will say you sign at the age 17, 18, you get drafted. You might sign as a free agent. You might go college for a junior college, or go to a college for 4 years, and then you become a professional athlete. So then you have to go through the process. And the process will start is knowing and get yourself ready to play every day. As you guys know, in high school, you don't play every day. You might play twice a week. You might play 3 times on the weekend. On college, it's the same thing. So you don't play often like minor league do. So they teach you how to prepare yourself mentally, prepare yourself physically, um, and teach you how to play every day. You're gonna make mistakes. That's normal. You're gonna make errors. You're gonna make, different. Gonna happen. Different thing gonna happen during the game. So you will understand and you will get better on those areas. And that's how major league work. You go to rookie league, or you have the opportunity to go to a low A team, and then you start your journey. You get there, you get some coaches, really good coaches. They're gonna help you throughout your process to get better, to get your feet wet, and have the chance to become what you want to become, a major league baseball player. Then you go to other process. You play here at the rookie level for 60 games. I think that rookie level is a short season, just because you're coming from a place, a high school or college that doesn't play every day. And then the next year you get moved up. You get the opportunity to move out to a A-ball team. Now you play 142 games. um, Now it's a longer season, 6 month, 5 to 6 month season. Now is you're getting the reps that, okay, this is it, this is everyday thing. So throughout the process, they coaches are they're gonna teach you how to, you know fix your swing, or get better, or get more consistent. Um, and that's how to help. That's what gonna help you to become a better player. Then you keep going, A ball, low A, middle A, or high A. I don't know exactly how they work now, but that's when I came, when I was in the minor leagues back, 2002, 2003. So they go back, A ball, then you go to double A. Now you're prospect situation. Now teams are looking out. This really kid can help me out in the big leagues. This kid can really, really play up here. So they're gonna look closely. They're gonna make you. They're gonna give you some hard games. Different. They're gonna invite you to big league spring training. You got the opportunity to face major league pitching. Um, so now you play there. Maybe you got the opportunity to go to Triple A. Maybe not. Maybe they got called up from Double A. Like a lot of players happen on these days. They get called up from Double A. So you know it take a while. The process. The minor league process is a really nice process. Um, it's a learning process, and I really, really enjoy it. My time when I came up throughout the system, when I played in Seattle, and I get learn a lot. I learned to mature quickly. I signed as a 17-year-old, and they give you opportunity to become a better person. Um, when I came up to the system, when I signed back in 2001, I didn't know any English, so they teach me how to speak at least. Though they help me out. Um, so minor league can be hard, but it's like anything in life. It's hard. You gotta learn. You gotta you know learn yourself what as a player I can do and what I cannot do. So it's a process that you really, really, if you want to play this game, you gotta go through it. Um, but it's a process that is doable. So hopefully I can explain that. The better I can explain it. There's some other stuff that go throughout, the minor league throughout the year in the minor leagues, but there will be a normal situation. Just learn how to do this, do that, get your body in shape. You know, be a consistent in the daily basis. But that's some little thing that different teams will do different ways. So hopefully I answered you guys' question. I really enjoyed speaking about different stuff in the game. I love this game so much. So I really, really happy to be here with you. I hope that you like it. Please like and subscribe. Let's let's share this, and hopefully I can help one or two kids that want to become a professional athlete. So please like and subscribe, hit the bell button, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, guys.